I'm Deb Hart with CR News, and we're going to talk grilling today. Chef Lila from Bodie's Chop House in downtown Lansing. They just opened up their new store in Grand Rapids back in December, and they also have the original going in Saugatuck as well. Chef, let's talk about how to grill properly dinner, how to not wreck dinner. You never want to smash the burgers. I know that one for sure, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So my advice is use quality meat. That's always step one. I take a simple approach, just a little bit of kosher salt. Using a hot grill is number one advice. Don't move it until it's ready to be moved. It'll tell you if it's sticking. Don't try to rip it up. That's number one thing.
Okay.
Just let it cook. Let it do what it needs to do. When it starts to release naturally, then you can flip it. I always say move it every couple minutes once it isn't sticking as much. Especially with a nice thick steak like this, it's going to take time to get your desired temperature. Obviously, the more done you want it, the longer it's going to take. My personal favorite is finish it off with a little bit of chive butter, because what doesn't make meat better but butter? Same goes with salmon. Anytime you're cooking any fish on a grill, it's important to make sure that the grill is nice and hot. So I'll do a little bit of oil on the grill itself, and then just a little bit of salt on the meat itself. Use skin on, it'll keep it from falling apart. And same thing as the steaks, don't try to pull it up until it's ready to go.
And then do I have to let the meat rest when it's all done?
Absolutely. I say 6 to 8 minutes is a good time frame for that. Same goes for any fish. It's a protein, it needs to rest just like any other protein.
All right, Chef Lila, Bodie's Chop House in downtown Lansing, Grand Rapids, and Saugatuck, telling us how to cook our meat on the grill properly. Now, we're going to ask some experts over here about how to keep ourselves safe while we're grilling. Chief Ball, how's this grill going to cook my dinner, because it's not even hooked up right now?
It's not going to cook your dinner.
Why not?
Because it's not in a safe location. It's too close to a wood. We can't use this grill. But what we can do is we can check it real quick.
Okay.
So when we do put it in a safe location, make sure there's any cracks in the hoses, there isn't any debris in the end. And if you have a worry that there is a leak, use some soapy water. If it bubbles up, you know you have a leak in the hose and you can't use it.
Okay, so Derek, you are the propane expert. Talk to us today about some other tips about how we can safely use the propane at home.
Well, first, most overlooked tip, make sure you clean that grill before you light it. One of the worst things you can have is a grease fire. You're going to cook your meal in the wrong way. It's going to ruin your meal, it's going to ruin your grill, and it's going to ruin your day. When you are ready to light it, simply turn on the gas. The cylinders are all marked. You just open it up.
Yeah.
Open the grill lid. That's an important piece. You don't want any gas trapped in there when you light it.
Thank you all for joining us with all the tips from our experts. Lila from Bodie's Chop House in downtown Lansing, as well as Grand Rapids and Saugatuck. Chief Ball, thank you for your expert tips. Derek from the Propane Council, thank you so much for all your information today. You can get more safety tips, in case you didn't catch them all, at the website below. Thanks. Take care.